This message is very important. The Lord is speaking to his body and his people and is calling them to seek him. He's calling them to come back to the fear of the Lord. The psalm the Lord gave to me was Psalm 14, and I'll read it from here. It says, "The fool said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none who does good. The Lord looks down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there's anyone who understands, who seek God. They have all turned aside. They have together become corrupt. There is none who does good. No, not one." If you read the rest of the psalm, it shows how the people that are supposed to even do right, the people that are supposed to guide the people right, are also exploiting the people that they are supposed to guide. But the Lord is calling on people to come and seek him for themselves. He's calling us to leave our ways of trying to drink from other people's well and come to take the truth from the source. He's calling on people to seek him. It is a time for the fear of the Lord, because the fear of him is the beginning of knowing him. You cannot know the Lord if you do not fear him. For as many that are right now hungry for God, there's something inside of you that is unsettled. You know that it's God calling you and tugging at your heart. There's this desire for more of him. There's this tug in your heart. I'm telling you that the Lord is calling you to seek him truly, and you should seek him. But the only way you can start your journey in seeking him in such a way that you would find him is to fear him. God gave Jesus Christ to us to give us eternal life. Eternal life, like John 17:3 says, is to know God and to know his Son whom he has sent. Only those who fear the Lord can give him glory. You have to sit with him so that you can know him. And for you to approach knowing him, you have to fear him. And what is the fear of the Lord? The fear of the Lord is the acknowledgement of the presence and the supremacy of our God. Many of us are like the fools that were described in Psalm 14. When you read Psalm 14, you would think that God is talking to atheists. He's talking to people that don't believe in him at all. No, he's also talking to people that say they believe in him, but they do not acknowledge his supremacy over their lives. They do not acknowledge his presence. They do not acknowledge that he's the God of all flesh. They do not acknowledge that he's the Lord of all and the Lord of their lives. Once you're living like this, you are the same fool that's been described in Psalm 14. You have done corrupt things by turning away from God and trying to do things in your own strength. God is calling us back to the fear of him. Proverbs 1:7 says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and fools despise wisdom and instruction. This read interpreted Proverbs 1:7 to me this way, and I'm going to read it to you. It says that the acknowledgement of God's presence is the beginning of knowing God. But fools don't believe in Jesus Christ, the Son he has sent, and they do not obey his commandments. Jesus Christ is the wisdom of God. And if you despise knowing Jesus Christ, you are despising knowing God. Because Jesus Christ came to give instructions from God. He came to give us wisdom on how to navigate life. And if you despise him, you are behaving like a fool. Matthew chapter 6, when Jesus Christ was teaching us how to pray to the Father, the first thing he prayed for, that's the first thing he asked for, is that the name of the Father be hallowed, be reverenced, be made holy. And the only way his name can be made holy is when you fear him. Revelations 11:15 shows us that the kingdom of this world will become the kingdom of our God only when the people become afraid of the Lord and give glory to him. We that believe in Jesus, we that believe that God is the only true God, we shouldn't behave like the people that would have to see many signs, many terrible things before we start to acknowledge his presence in our lives. This is the generation of those who seek him. And he has not called us to seek him in vain. And I'm saying that for you to start this your journey into seeking God, knowing him, this is the place to start. Having the fear of the Lord. Malachi 3 from verse 13 to 15 shows us the exact state we are in this generation. We're in a generation of self-sufficiency. We're in a generation of self, glorifying self above God. And God is speaking to his people that you cannot be like them. You cannot act like them. You cannot behave like them, because if you're not careful, even the ambitions, good ambitions in quote, that you have to prosper the kingdom can be contaminated with self, a spirit that despises God, a spirit that refuses to acknowledge him above all else. Recently, God has been speaking to his children to arise and shine, to arise and shine, because the darkness is getting darker. And the darker the darkness gets, the more the glory is revealed. But for the glory to be revealed, the people need to come and seek him, because he is going to be the light that rises upon them. Do not disregard this message. Take your time, sit down with the Lord and seek to know him. Seek to know him, because there are secrets that the Lord wants to reveal to his people that is going to help to take over the kingdoms of this world. But those secrets is only with those who fear him. It's only with those who fear him. And if you do not fear him, if you do not know him, he can't reveal them to you. Jesus Christ has called every one of us. And as long as you are a child of God, you are called to seek him first. You are called to know him. And I want you to prioritize this year. Prioritize this from today, to know the Lord. And to know the Lord is to fear him. The Lord is pouring out his spirit on all flesh, and he wants everyone to be a partaker of what he's set to do. I pray that the Lord will help us. My prayer is that the Lord would honor you as you seek him, because he has not called the house of Jacob to seek him in vain, and he is a rewarder of they that diligently seek him. When you seek him, he will reveal himself to you. Go back to the fear of the Lord. Seek him to know him. God bless you.